Gentlemen, adjust your internal calendar. Let your mind move forward in time. Imagine the date is late 2026, not a distant science fiction future, but a moment close enough to feel familiar, close enough to feel uncomfortable. Look outside your window. The world has not collapsed into ruins. There are no burning cities, no apocalyptic wasteland. Instead, there is something more dangerous. There is acceleration. Everything is moving faster than the human nervous system was designed to handle. Artificial intelligence is no longer a tool you use. It is the invisible infrastructure of reality itself. It writes emails, trades markets, diagnoses illness, curates culture, and quietly decides who is relevant and who is obsolete. The economy no longer moves in cycles. It convulses. Fortunes rise and collapse in days, driven by algorithms that do not sleep and do not care. Social cohesion has thinned to a fragile membrane. People no longer live in societies. They live in digital tribes, sealed off from one another, hostile, reactive, and perpetually offended. The average human being in this era is operating under a constant biochemical assault. Cortisol levels remain elevated for years, not days. Anxiety is normalized. Medication is common. Sleep is fragmented. Attention is shattered. Everyone is plugged in, monitored, tracked, optimized, and compared. Biometrics glow on wrists. Notifications never stop. The mind never rests. And beneath the noise, there is a quiet, unspoken fear. The fear of being replaced. The fear of being irrelevant. The fear of being left behind by machines that learn faster than any human ever could. This is not a healthy environment for the human animal. And yet, most people are trying to survive it using outdated psychological software. Now, focus your attention on one specific figure in this landscape. The modern family man of 2026. He is exhausted. He is not weak. He is not lazy. He is drowning. He is attempting to uphold a 20th century identity in a world that no longer rewards it. He is trying to be a provider in an economy designed to destabilize providers. He is navigating the legal and emotional minefield of modern relationships, where the rules change constantly and the penalties are severe. He is partnered with someone who is just as overstimulated, just as anxious, just as exhausted as he is. He is raising children who are being shaped more by algorithms than by parents. He is running endlessly on a treadmill that never slows, terrified of falling off because falling off means social, financial, and existential collapse. But amid this storm, there is a structure that remains untouched. It does not advertise itself. It does not protest. It does not beg for validation. It stands quietly, almost invisibly, a fortress of order in a chaotic world. Inside it lives a man most people overlook. He is older, mid-50s, physically capable, financially secure, mentally composed. He lives alone. Society looks at him with pity, or suspicion, or condescension. They assume something is missing. They assume he failed. But he understands something they do not. In a world addicted to noise, solitude has become the rarest and most powerful asset on Earth. Today, we are going to dissect the psychology of this man, not as a moral argument, not as an ideological stance, but as a strategic analysis of survival and dominance in the specific conditions of the year 2026. We are going to explore why, under these conditions, being single and older is not a disadvantage. It is an optimization. It is a tactical mastery of energy, attention, health, and autonomy. We will examine stress biology, cognitive surplus, financial anti-fragility, technological leverage, and existential sovereignty. This is not a rejection of society. It is an upgrade beyond it. Welcome to the Citadel. By 2026, stress has taken the role smoking once held. Medical science is clear. Chronic stress, sustained over years, accelerates aging, degrades cognition, suppresses immunity, and shortens lifespan. The technical term is allostatic load, the cumulative wear and tear of being constantly on edge. The modern world is a stress factory, and most people never clock out. The married man leaves one source of stress and enters another. He exits the workplace and enters the second shift. Emotional management, conflict negotiation, financial tension, parenting chaos. His nervous system never completes a full reset. Even during sleep, His body remains alert, waiting for the next disruption. Micro-arousals fragment his rest. Inflammation becomes chronic. Decline begins quietly. The single man has engineered something radically different. He has designed an environment that neutralizes cortisol. When he closes his front door, the external world effectively shuts off. His home is not another battlefield. It is a sanctuary. Technology, in his hands, becomes a tool for peace rather than stimulation. Lighting shifts automatically to support circadian rhythm. Sound is curated, not intrusive. Temperature aligns precisely with his biology. There is psychological silence. No unresolved arguments echoing in the background. No emotional volatility leaking into the air. This allows his nervous system to drop into deep parasympathetic dominance. True recovery begins. While others are negotiating conflict late into the night, he is regenerating. Sauna sessions, reading, stillness. His body repairs itself at a cellular level. In this era, health is not a lifestyle choice. It is an economic advantage. And because he does not leak energy into domestic friction, he compounds vitality year after year. Now consider the economy of attention. By 2026, artificial intelligence handles routine cognitive labor. The value of human contribution shifts upward. Deep work, strategic thinking, creative synthesis. These require uninterrupted focus. They require what can only be described as psychic RAM. Relationships, especially high conflict or high maintenance ones, consume enormous amounts of this internal bandwidth. The married man sits at his desk, attempting to solve a complex problem, but fragments of his mind are elsewhere. Obligations, resentments, social commitments, emotional residue. These background processes degrade performance. He operates at partial capacity. In an economy where marginal advantages determine survival, partial capacity is fatal. The single man operates differently. His mental environment is clean. No background processes, no cognitive leakage. He can obsess over a problem for days without interruption. He can study, build, learn, and refine at a level that younger men envy. He enters flow states regularly. Time dissolves. Work becomes intrinsically rewarding. Flow is not merely productivity, it is one of the highest human happiness states. Many men lose access to it entirely once their lives become fragmented by constant demands. The single man lives there. His intellect remains sharp because solitude keeps the blade honed. Now pause here. This is the point most listeners will resist. This is where discomfort arises, because everything up to now threatens a deeply ingrained narrative. The idea that sacrifice automatically produces fulfillment, that burden equals meaning. But ask yourself honestly, how many men do you know who appear fulfilled by obligation alone? How many look alive? How many have curiosity, energy, and quiet confidence? This is the psychological handcuff. Once you see it, you cannot unsee it. If solitude produces clarity, vitality, and agency, what does that say about the structures draining those qualities from most men? Financial reality sharpens this contrast even further. By 2026, the cost of living has decoupled from wages entirely. Housing, healthcare, and education function like pressure systems, not services. The traditional provider model places one man between a volatile economy and multiple dependents. The result is chronic fear. Fear of job loss, fear of market instability, fear of saying the wrong thing to the wrong person. This fear shapes behavior. Risk tolerance collapses, authenticity disappears. The man becomes compliant, cautious, and exhausted. The single man removes the dependent variable entirely. His overhead is lean. His lifestyle is efficient. He does not require constant income to maintain stability. This creates anti-fragility. Economic volatility becomes opportunity rather than threat. He can walk away from bad deals. He can invest in high-variance assets. He can relocate, pivot, or pause without catastrophe. The psychological impact is profound. Financial anxiety evaporates. Sleep deepens. Confidence rises. He understands that true luxury is not consumption. It is optionality. Technology completes the transformation. The functions men once relied on marriage to provide are now automated: scheduling, logistics, information management. The single man deploys artificial intelligence as an executive assistant. It is precise, predictable, emotionless. It solves problems without generating new ones. There are no moods to manage, no unspoken expectations, no social penalties. The result is support without taxation, organization without compromise. This frees the single man to pursue genuine connection voluntarily, rather than transactionally. Health optimization follows naturally. Longevity science advances rapidly in this period, but it demands discipline and environmental control. The married man is constrained by collective habits. Sleep schedules conflict. Diet becomes compromised. Health initiatives are negotiated away. The single man runs his biology like a high-performance system: clean inputs, consistent sleep, strategic supplementation, recovery protocols. The outcome is visible. At 55, he moves, thinks, and carries himself like a much younger man. This physical integrity feeds psychological confidence. He does not feel like time is stealing from him. He feels like he is stealing from time. Socially, he is not isolated. He is selective. Technology allows connection without entanglement. He engages deeply, then withdraws completely. No hosting obligations, no cleanup, no forced rituals. He controls duration, intensity, and frequency. This is social sovereignty. He is never lonely because loneliness is not the same as being alone. Loneliness is dependency unmet. He has eliminated dependency. Culturally, the single man is free in a way few others are. Performative morality dominates public life. Most men wear masks constantly. Husband, father, employee, ally. These masks suppress authentic thought and desire. Suppression fragments the psyche. The single man removes the mask at home. He reads freely, thinks freely, integrates his shadow. This psychological wholeness produces calm strength. He is not reactive. He is not apologetic. He is internally aligned. Most importantly, he remains on a mission. Obligation often ends adventure. Maintenance replaces exploration. The single man's life remains open-ended. He can pivot, reinvent, risk. This future orientation keeps his dopamine system alive. Curiosity persists. He wakes up engaged with life rather than merely enduring it. At the deepest level, he has confronted silence and survived it. He has learned that he is sufficient, that his identity does not require external validation. This makes him immune to manipulation. You cannot threaten a man who does not fear solitude. You cannot shame a man who knows his own code. He moves through the world grounded, calm, and unmistakably sovereign. Gentlemen, the noise will only increase. Most will drown in it. A few will rise above it. The man who masters solitude does not withdraw from life. He upgrades his position within it. If this perspective resonates, do not ignore it, explore it. Question the narratives you inherited. Build your own citadel. The future belongs to men who can stand alone without being isolated, calm without being numb, and free without being reckless. Choose sovereignty. Stay future-proof.